Hey guys, how's it going? MasterBucks here. Welcome to episode 4 of the Newcastle United career mode, second season of it, and welcome to it. So, we're going to have a game against Manchester City. First up in this episode, the first of the episodes that, are continuing on from not having green screens, of course. For those of you that are new to my career modes, how it normally works is during the January, or not, just during any transfer window, that's when I pull out the green screen, and every other time, you'll be having a commentary like this. So, yeah, that's how I like to run it, and hopefully you guys enjoy it that way too. But anyway, before we actually get into the nitty gritty of this game against Man City, and that was rhyming not intentionally, unintentionally there, but that wasn't bad now that I think about it. I just thought I'd let you know, we'll talk about a few of the transfers that happened in this career mode, and also in real life for Newcastle, of course. Yohan Cabaye leaving Newcastle, not my choice, and technically not Newcastle's choice in real life either. He left Newcastle in real life, and he's left the career mode in this. And at first I thought, oh well, if I sell Cabaye, then I'm going to lose, a few of the players that are there that have been here from the get-go, and that's going to, I'm going to be losing all my players, and it's going to maybe make the career mode a little not very realistic. But in a way, yes, it's actually made it even more realistic, and I replaced him pretty much with Grenier, who I did get on a pre-contract, yeah, but and that was a very poor rhyming. But anyway, yeah, I did actually get Grenier, and there was talk that maybe Clement Grenier could have been brought in to the Newcastle side to maybe have replaced Yohan Cabaye. As you can see there, we concede very annoyingly. I think what happened there was, we don't get a replay of it, but Jovetic ended up just taking a chested it toward, he ended up taking a chest, and he just pushed it toward the goal, and Stephen Taylor should have been goal side of him, and he wasn't, and just ended up running in the complete different direction. And Yaya Toure pretty much maybe not putting the game to bed. There's still plenty of time left. I could still score here. Like you can see here, Marco Sau running and running and running and whipping in across. Not a bad one. Matuidi, Matuidi, a 5 foot something small centre back, centre defensive midfielder who's pulling out the bicycle kicks, but no, he couldn't do it. But Sau again, good running and a chip over Hart, and that is a goal, and maybe potentially we could get the win, but the clock's ticking down, and Sau, you're not going to be able to get the ball if you try to run through the fucking net, okay? Stop. He's still trying. I don't know what is going on. Okay, fuck this. I'm just going to celebrate instead. I don't know what is keeping me from getting in this ball, but obviously we lose a little bit of the clock there because Marco Sau's trying to get the ball, and unfortunately there's a net in the way. I hate it when that happens, but another cross. We need to steer it in. We can't do it. Unfortunately, our striker is absolutely... He just looks like a midget in front of all the Man City defenders, and as top of that, we also pick up an injury to Dan Gosling, who, to be fair, could have gone to a more important or more key player in the team. But thankfully, not thankfully, I mean, we'd much rather not have an injury to deal with. But, yeah, no, either way, we did unfortunately pick up an injury. We did unfortunately lose by a goal, and that was that. And after 90 minutes, it was a 2-1 loss. So, very disappointing, very annoying as well. But, hey, this is some pretty exciting stuff. We're about to play our first Champions League game, so this I cannot wait for. It's going to be against Celtic. It will be away, and on top of this, look, we also lost Dan Gosling. We lost Davide Santon as well, so we're going to have to put Haidara in at left back for now, which is annoying. And I've sort of rotated the squad around for this, as you can see. I've got a few of some of my better or starting 11 players on the bench, only because this game is played 3 or 4 days after the Man City game, and I really wanted to try to win the Man City game, but at the same time, the Champions League game, it's going to be hard for me to sort of evaluate or what's more important, like which game is more important for me to win. Who do I put out my best players for? Do I go for the Champions League game, or do I go for the big BPL games? But either way, I am playing Chelsea here, nearly getting off to the perfect start with Remy. And of course, the lob through ball from kickoff didn't work. Alessandrini put his man Matthews down, got the ball, got it to Tiote, had a crack, and it went right to McGregor. And that happens I feel like that's happening all the damn time to me at the moment. But Colaccini getting the ball back, a through ball in a Remy with space, brings out the party tricks, does a couple of step overs, had a shot, and blocked and bicycle kicked away. Not bicycle kick, scissor kick, yeah, bicycle kicked. Anyway, Haidara on the ball, Anita, yeah, you can see a few names, not really the names that I would put in starting 11. Desiglio is a starting 11 name. He had a shot, it was deflected, but thankfully it went right to Remy. So that was pretty handy, and can be pretty thankful about that. But yeah, very, very lucky to have got the deflection going my way. It normally doesn't, but Yeah, not too bad. We ended up picking the first goal of this Champions League game, and maybe a second here with Sissoko running on through. He's pushed forward. He's just him and the keeper. Shoots, he just toe pokes it, and somehow he ends up getting it to go. But, yeah, no, he had a man all over him, but thankfully still was able to put it in the back of the net, which isn't too bad. And again, we whip it across, and it's Colaccini who puts in the third goal of the game. We are just on fire. What an amazing start, playing away in the Champions League. It's a great kickoff to our, of course, European campaign, which is, yeah, tremendous stuff. I can't wait to play a few more games, and hopefully they all go like this. This would be terrific. Yeah, we, of course, I forgot to mention or note the rest of the teams that are in my group. Obviously, of course, one of the teams in the group is Celtic. No joke, because we're playing them. The second team and the hardest team in my group is definitely Borussia Dortmund. They'll probably almost definitely finish on top. But, yeah, you can see here late on in the 88th minute we concede as well, which is very annoying. I wasn't paying an awful lot of attention to the play, but it doesn't really matter. It's still a victory. We're up. We go up. We get the 3 points, and that's what we want. And we, of course, add 2 goals to our goal difference, which I don't know if it's going to come down to it or not. But, hey, the higher goal difference we can get, the better. And unfortunately, conceding a goal early on with no time remaining is a bit of a pain in the ass. But still, we've got a game now against Fulham. It's raining. It's back home. It's, you know, it's going to be a bit shit. And you can see Grenier there having a shot. He doesn't have great finishing in the game, really, but, you know, he should still be able to put that on target, but unfortunately he couldn't do it. But hey, Matuidi, for some reason, running on the wing, don't know how that happened, whipped in across to Cisse, and that was an even better attempt at a bloody bicycle kick, but no, I mean, or a scissor kick or a bicycle kick, I don't really know what the difference is. What is it, bicycle kick, you're just over the head, and scissor kick's just off to the side or something, but either way, it's still 0-0 going into halftime, which is disappointing, but, yeah, I mean, it's frustrating having so many, like, I'm creating so many scissor kick chances for myself, and none of them are even going on target. I mean, even if they're, I don't care if they're, I mean, what am I trying to say? I don't care if they don't go in the net. I just make sure they're on target, but either way, thankfully we get a goal back with Aquino, so that was some very nicely worked stuff. It's weird, I don't know, I thought Aquino was a winger and he's running in the middle, but I didn't really get what was going on there, but either way, a chance maybe at a second, couldn't get it to happen. The through ball was a little bit too deep. Some beautiful piece of footwork by, I believe that was Grenier, and DeSiglio pushing up forward. I thought he was a right back on the left side for some reason, whipping it across into Matuidi, and that is the second goal that we've been looking for. Thank God, that's great stuff, and yeah, I think maybe we might have put this game in the bag as well. So after losing to Manchester City at the beginning of this episode, it looks like we're about to pick up 2 wins here, which is fantastic. Could we get a third goal? Ben Arthur, Aquino, the shot's off target, sadly, and nah, not much we can do about that. But hey, it doesn't really matter because we pick up a win against Fulham in the BPL, and we are going very well in the BPL early on. It just we just have to make sure that we can keep it this way because I think we're like top 4 at the moment, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, enough about the BPL. Let's get into some Capital One Cup action right now. And I'm playing a very, very sort of, you know, definitely not strongest starting 11 squad here. I'm playing a few of my younger players here. And there's one guy in particular here called Conor Newton, who's 22 years of age. And yes, he is only 65 rated. But I just was mesmerized by some of his stats for a 65 rated player. Incredibly consistent and has got some incredibly, some very good stats for a 65 rated player. A lot of good skill attributes over 65 rating, so that's fantastic. And when I think about career mode, I think, okay, Conor Newton, 22 years of age, 65 rated, let's say he became 75 rated, and by that logic, I always say, now imagine every single one of his stats plus 10. You think of that, when you've got stats like that, I mean, that is some exciting stuff. I mean, Musa Sissoko, who actually had a shot there, unfortunately couldn't put it in, or it got deflected, it went over for a corner, which obviously nothing happened for it. And look at this, Conor Newton getting involved now, gets into Aluko, who yes, I'm playing for the first time, and Sissoko again, unfortunately can't get it through to Aluko. That would have ended some beautiful ball movement, but the shot again, we still somehow got one off, and again, right to the keeper, no surprises there. But anyway, Sissoko, he's popping up a lot anyway. He actually gets a shot off, and again, it goes right to the fucking keeper. What is going on? I don't know, I really don't know. But anyway, I'm going to stop. I'm going to try to get what I'm trying to say out of the way about Sissoko, but all I'm trying to say is, oh wait, Conor Newton, my 22-year-old, unfortunately, potential possible gun that we'll have in the future. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm just trying to talk about, things. I'm trying to talk about Sissoko while paying attention to the gameplay. It's just a bad idea. And of course, speaking of Sissoko, he just had a shot, and it was a rocket, but again, it was off target, which is, you're having all these amazing, stylish, awesome looking shots on goal, but none of them are going on target, guys. It's unfortunate. But anyway, we finish up the game after 90 minutes. We are going into extra time. Remember, this is a cup game. And yes, we are playing Bradford City. So this will be, yeah, it is definitely turning out to be a good game. The only problem is we're getting plenty of shots. None going on target. Marco Sau with a header. And again, not necessarily going straight to the keeper, but it had no real power behind it. So I wasn't really expecting that to go in. But anyway, Bakali, we tried moving it around late in the 120th minute, but you get no stoppage time, nothing at all in extra time, sadly. So it looks like after 120 minutes, 0 goals, this thing is going to penalties. And, you know, I probably should have, I did make a fair few, I did make 2 or 3 substitutions in this game, but I didn't really think like penalty wise. But anyway, I don't have my best penalty takers on the field, which is unfortunate, but Sau put that one in, and unfortunately I went the wrong way there, so it's 1-1 early on. And again, we're going to take it. Alessandrini, which way is he going to go? He goes right, keeper goes the wrong way, and that's 2-1. So let's keep it going. Now, Elliott is, oh yeah, by the way, Rob Elliott, I didn't put in Tim Krul in this game. I actually rotated my squad around tons. Rob Elliott getting his first game, made a save, or getting his first game for the season, made a save, and wouldn't you know it, he's about to make, no, not his second save, unfortunately, but it's still 3-2, which is good. And Haidara, if you put this in, this would be huge. That's it. If Rob Elliott can make a save here, then we are going to win this game against Bradford City. Does he do it? You betcha. He goes the right way again, which is to the right, and thank God we beat Bradford City. That would have been a hell of an upset, because Bradford City are like a League One team, and we're pretty much a Champions League quality bloody BPL team, so thank God that happened. And yeah, thank God we get the win in this Capital One Cup fixture. But yes, we'll continue on. Thank God, guys. I've been yours again with the MasterBucks. We got one more game left, of course. I forgot. It's going to be simmed, unfortunately. And I know you guys love it when I sim games, especially when they're in the BPL. But anyway, it's against Aston Villa. And look at this. Look at these recent results. Loss, loss, loss. And we can add another loss onto their record. So thank God. But yes, we ended up 81st minute penalty to Ben Arthur, which he put in. And all right, and that's going to end this episode, guys. We got a game against Olympiacos in the next one. So let's hit your target for this episode, guys. Thank you for watching. Let's go for 2,000 likes. And yep, I'll have a good one, or you have a good one, guys. Peace out. Next episode coming out soon, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.